And I think it also ties in hand with, and I'm going to get a little conspiratorial here. I'm sure that's going to be shocking given the context of this episode, but I think they are using that, like, they are absolutely, I think, using that as a form of censorship.
Sure.
Like, I remember that happened to RFK in the primaries. Like, you tried to, like, look up, anything for his campaign platform, and you got brought to everyone else's.
Yeah, they did. Where you would try to look him up, and it would be like, "Did you mean Kamala Harris?"
That might have been a good idea, though. Like, sometimes the bots are trying to lead us to the promised land. This is one of those cases. That's just guardrails.
I'm not a fan of RFK by any means, but I do think that Google did just straight up put their thumb on the scale with that. Mm-hmm. Whether or not, your thoughts
Imagine
on
if he was the president right now. Oh my God! Like, do you think this is wacky? If RFK was president, we'd be fucking.
No one would watch the State of the Union.
Exact same. We'd still be talking about the Epstein list.
Oh yeah, we'd be dropping seed oils on Iran.
We probably would. It'd just be giant amounts of Red 40. Just we're dumping right on their heads.
People know RFK Juniors in the
too. Red 40 sticks to kids.
Oh yeah,
I bet it does.
RFK's statement on that was hilarious. He's like, I've had Epstein at my house. I've had Bill Cosby over at my house. I've had Epstein. I've had who was the one who I've had P. Diddy at my house, and I've had Weinstein at my house. What's the big deal? And I'm like, dude, stop talking.
Next, you're gonna say that you've never had your wife commit suicide.
Dude, that shit's so dude, cheating on her so many times and like keeping a memoir about it is like psychotic.
Alpha males do, Taylor.
Despicable. That just despicable immoral behavior. But I'm totally on board with them using Google that way to censor. For the I was trying to find more examples of the dead internet theory where like it was clearly bots being used to push certain narratives, and one that I couldn't find sufficient evidence for as far as like a direct this then this then this like chain, but I am convinced is all of the Kamala Harris memeing, all the coconuts, all the brat, like that was to me that was the most clearly inorganic, astroturfed, foisted, top-down thing that was being pushed by the same kind of bots that push all sorts of things. And it's not a political thing because
that was a PR group around a table. Too. That was a PR group around a table, like throwing shit at the wall. Like, what if this and that? We got Young and Perky and a rebel but we won't go against anything that the octogenarian's been doing for the last 4 years. No, that's all fine. Like, that's where she lost like so many kudos in my estimation, when they asked her if she would do anything different, And there was one point when she said something like, food prices are going to be lowered on day one. And the guy from Fox News is like, why don't you lower them now? It's like, fuck. What a great question.
Damn it, I'm the vice president. That hurts me here.
You can just feel the difference between organic and inorganic sometimes. Like for better or worse, the upswelling under Trump back when the Donald was big, like in 2015 or 2016 or whatever, and Reddit seemed to just get taken over by conservatism. Like the whole front page would just be, and it wouldn't even be good posts. It'd be like the Trump train, like an animated choo-choo train.
I don't know that felt like organic to me. That's what bots do, right? They take a totally liberal place and they took it over like that. Trump got fewer votes than Hillary, right? It's not like there was this huge upswelling of Trump love. That's what it would be like if bots promoted your posts.
I agree, but I think it's also what it would be like if a group of people who had never really felt represented before, the ones who voted for him that never vote, had suddenly had this outlet online. Like, wait, y'all all agree? Y'all are like me? You think this is funny? Great, upvote. Everything upvote. It seemed like a coordinated, like it was definitely manipulating the vote system, but it was like suddenly there was a subreddit where their thing, second only to making funny content, was upvoting everyone's content and like and sticking a finger in the eye of like liberal media,
wrong censorship, right? If you said anything, you got banned from the Donald.
Oh yeah, that's all.
Well, that's Reddit.
Yeah, that's just Reddit.
No, the conservative Reddits are special in that regard.
Even if you go to the trans
all
Reddit
Reddits
right
are
now,
like that now.
Yeah, Reddit is the most censored site on the entire internet. Like, there's
really
no site more heavily censored.
I'd say that like all of Reddit is basically as heavily censored now as, you know, the conservative subreddits were probably, you know, circa 2015, 16, 17.
Okay.
Like now it's just because, and I think it's just has to do with the kind of person who wants to be a Reddit mod now.
It's tribalism. It's protectionism, and it's also like propping up certain narratives that won't hold water without that sort of that sort of protectionism. I know there's a subreddit that's about subreddit drama. It's that's what they do, and I saw them focusing on. I think it was one of the trans subreddits. The trans men are being treated badly there. The people born with vaginas who now want to be short, hairy, fat men are finding that there's no love for them there, and that really the movement seems to be about feminizing and turning dudes into pretty girls. And that there's a big audience for that, but not so much for turning women into short, fat, hairy dudes. And they're getting mistreated there.
Wow. So the trans people with dicks are more popular than the trans people with vaginas.
Yes. Not only, and more accepted.
There's way more of them, I think, right?
There would have to be. Look, I don't have any statistics, but well, that's the other thing. Maybe there's not. Like, you know, maybe there's not, and they're just not seen as much because of that bigotry within the trans community. Those bigots.
Yeah. But that, like, Reddit as a whole, just the way it's set up with the upvote system is so easily plugged into by the bot manipulation tactics, where you can just deploy a few thousand bots and totally take over a Reddit forum and downvote the things you don't like, have the things you do like upvoted, astroturf the conversation in the comments. Like that does happen all the time. And that's not specific to Reddit. It happens on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, these things as well. It's just specifically the upvote and front page system incentivizes it and makes it more easy to manipulate. Sorry.
Yeah, it's the only thing that gives like the general public direct access to the ranking algorithm.
YouTube used to. That was a bright and shiny day when they used to actually care what people thought about videos that got uploaded and show them to the people who subscribed to you. What a novel concept.
Tell me about it.
Yep, not anymore. Now it's just a total crapshoot.
So weird. Yeah, it's so weird. Yeah. And I mean, that's clearly also about being able to shape your own narrative on your own website. Because if it's all user input that shapes your front page, then you are not in control. You are just hosting content, which is what YouTube was supposed to be. But they don't want to just host content. They want to shape opinion on a global scale because they're the second, third, maybe the number one most visited site. I thought Google used to be 1, and then YouTube was 2 or 3 or something. It was something like that. Like imagine the power that they used to be able to get. You could put your video and pets and animals, and suddenly you're on the front page to the 3rd most popular website on the planet. You know, it was an incredible amount of power to give your user base.
YouTube is 2. I didn't realize it was 2.
Yeah, YouTube's number 2.
But yeah, as far as the Donald stuff and whatnot, I could totally buy in that there was some bot shit going on the Donald, trying to boom that up and make it big. I'm sure it is. That's why I said this is not a politics specific conspiracy.
Yeah, no.
It is people in power will use whatever tools they have at their disposal to manipulate our thinking and manufacture consensus on issues. And that's right, that's left. They all do it.
And it's corporate.
Yeah.
It's often corporate or foreign governments. Go ahead, Brad.
I can recommend a book on that, Propaganda by Yakul, actually. Very good, very good. Also wrote a book called Technological Society. Very good stuff. Essentially talking about the real, how the sausage is made. Yak-ul, spelled Jaqques.
I believe even Tyler might have not known
and
that
then
spelling.
Ellul.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Jacques.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Brad, I thought you said
Jacques.
Yakub.
Jacques-ul.
I looked up Yakub too, and I'm like, isn't that the black guy that invented white people? Like, isn't that conspiracy?
The other book's called Trichnological Society.
The reality of how much more shallow the internet is than what we like to believe. Do you remember on Google how you used to be able to search something like baseball, and it would say 1.7 billion results achieved in 0.7 seconds or whatever?
Sure.
Up there at the top. They've since removed that. They don't have that feature on Google anymore, which kind of stinks because that was always fun. But it was never that many results ever. Like, type in baseball on Google. There should be billions of results for baseball. Billions with a B. There are 26 pages and 243 actual results on Google. It gives you the option to repeat the search with the omitted results included. Oh, okay. So I'm sure that's why it's only at 26 pages and not, 476,000 pages as it should be. So that makes sense. No, it's still that include previously not included results option gave me only 22 pages for baseball there. And so for years they were saying billions of results, hundreds of millions of results for all these things, and 99.9, like, that's barely hyperbole. 99.9% of people never leave the front page of any sort of result. Most don't even scroll all the way down.
You're 1,000% right. Pornhub pulls the same scam. If you type like Elden Ring characters' feet in Pornhub, it'll act like there's 26 pages of results, but you get past page 1 or 2 and there's no more videos.
I knew you'd be on my side. Yeah. So yeah, it's like the internet is so much more shallow than we think, and it's so much more artificial than we think. And I'm blown away by it.
I like when they step on.
I had actually posted a meme once that had referenced how all the dark secrets are actually on the second page of Google. And then I got hundreds of DMs asking me, how do you get to the second page of Google?
Well, it's the two.
I was like,
damn.
It's hopeless.